Hey, what's up, guys? It's Rommel here again. And so, yesterday's video, I shared that when there's some rough times, as far as I guess whatever it may be you may be going through, that you're exactly where you need to be. And it is hard emotionally sometimes, but ride those wave of emotions, and then get back to where you need to get back to regarding mindset and the action items that you need to take care of, things like that. So, what I'd like to address today is basically something I addressed last week with clients overcoming unwanted behaviors. You see, here's the typical process. We'll usually meet with your coach. If it's the fitness industry, let's say your client's meeting with me to map out a nutritional strategy, um, and designing workouts and basically mapping out the whole process that you're going to embark on, right? And what usually happens is there's a lot of results in the beginning, right? And um, we get towards that leaner physique, that the better nutrition, the better sleep, the improved recovery, things like that, and things are just working, right? And the minute that um, we begin getting amazing results, we start to fall off the wagon. It's something that um, within our biology, our chemistry, um, that anytime we start to get comfortable again, then things start to reset to ground zero, right? And I'm sure a bunch of you will know what I'm talking about. We've all experienced it. And there's one quote that I remember reading from Clint Eastwood that I posted on my Instagram slash Facebook, all that kind of stuff. Um, was a quote that he says, "When you start to get comfortable is when you need to change things up again." Right? We've heard many times through other mentors, gurus, things like that, that we have to get comfortable with the uncomfortable. Right? I mean, that stuff is we've been hearing about many times. Right? Now, here's the thing: is that um, no matter how hard we try, we can't get ourselves to do it, right. It's in terms of getting back on the wagon, and um, at least from my experience and what I've learned is that we actually block our own success with feelings of being overwhelmed as you get closer to your goals. And I've certainly experienced that. I was kicking some serious ASS with my revenue and with some of my coaching, and then something I shouldn't say blindsided me. It's something that I was somewhat aware of, but I didn't take care of in an appropriate time, and it definitely hit hard. Anyways, what ends up happening is that we become, I guess, dominated by these unproductive feelings and these state of mind that will affect our actions. Like how I felt when I got the bad news last Tuesday on my birthday. I mean, I felt emotionally paralyzed, right? But at the same time, I was, I was, I was kind of empty in terms of like what did I need to do. So I decided that I was just going to go with the flow. There is a quote, and I'm not saying this um, exactly, but I'm a huge fan of Bruce Lee. And there was something he talked about when it comes to colds and diseases, in that you nurture it and you be with it and you basically become friends with it and don't try to fight it. Let it run its course, and then you actually get over it a lot faster. I know, kind of sounds weird, right? But there is that yin yang situation going on, and I grew up in a martial arts household, and I completely get that, right? But sometimes when we feel overwhelmed by stress and unproductive feelings, it'll stop us in the tracks, right? And so that's where a lot of these cases in terms of self-sabotage comes about, because we're simply responding opposite to what is required of our goals, right? We have these fears of success that occurs because we've got the negative talk in our head and negative messages from others that will simply dominate our beliefs and our attitudes. So um, that's I guess what I'm trying to impress upon you is that if you can be more mindful of that, and taking the little steps, and like what I like to do now, and I've relearned throughout this week process of mine, is that I've had to make micro commitments once again, because I have to reestablish that platform that essentially, made me successful. So yeah, it is a matter of willpower, but it does require training, and that's where the micro commitments come in. So I guess the key idea today is make those micro commitments. If it's, is it a 5 minute deal? Is it a 10 minute deal? Is it a 15 minute deal? But make it micro. Don't make the mistake I've done where I've thought I've had to go for an hour's worth of blogging and writing and stuff like that, and then next thing you know, I get lost in the mix of like an email popping up, or a Facebook notification pops up, or a text pops up. So yeah, that is basically my little tidbit for today, and I hope it helps someone today. But yeah, once you get those feelings or sorry, excuse me, of overwhelm, and you start going into these unwanted behaviors, just think about that. All right, hope it helps. Peace out.